What is up YouTube, GT Classics here, and I have a video about some information on the iPhone 8. Now there has been a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation going around about what this iPhone will look like exactly, and as you guys can see on the screen, here is the render that came out quite a while ago. It's one of the first renders to ever come out, and something interesting about this is the power button. It is, I'd say, at least double the size of the current power button that we have on the iPhones. I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. Now this leak has just a leak of this image has come out, I believe, in the last 24 to 48 hours, and it shows an iris sensor. That's right, not one or two but three iris sensors. On the left side of the phone you have two iris sensors, and on the right side you have one that's a little bit larger. There was rumors and reports of some facial recognition coming to the iPhone, as Samsung does have iris scanners, but they also have the face unlock, which doesn't work very well, to be honest. I mean, I had the S8 Plus, and you can trick it with a picture, which is something that is not going to fly, especially on the iPhone. I mean, they're really technical and they make things work really well, and if they cannot make it work well, then they wouldn't integrate it in the first place. That's something about Apple that is completely tremendously positive and keeps the customers coming back to them. So they actually have three iris sensors from this leak on the front of the phone, and it's basically, I think it's gonna be 3D face recognition. That's also been a rumor, and I think that will be true. I think that is going to happen. They will have some sort of not only iris scanner but the face unlock, facial recognition, as you guys could say, and I think they'll have a better name for it than iris scanner. I think it will be Face ID or something like that. I mean, I don't know, iID, I don't know, sounds a little stupid like that, but I think they'll come out with some name that will have the letters ID on the end of it, like they have Touch ID. They don't call it a fingerprint scanner, they call it Touch ID. Now about the fingerprint scanner being under the display, I do not think that'll happen. I mean, first let's take a look at the other pictures and show you guys where I think it will be. So as you guys can see the picture on the screen right now, again, it goes back to the same thing. Of course, the vertical camera layout, we're not going to talk about that. This is about the fingerprint scanner and the iris scanner. So no fingerprint scanner here on the back, and on the front under the display, I don't think so. I still think it will be inside the power button, as it is very large. It is almost double the size. If you guys have seen or used or even own any sort of iPhone, the power button is double the size. Now this shows a fingerprint on the glass as well, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Being honest, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think the technology is exactly at that point as of now. In the future, of course, anything is possible. As of right now, I do not think so. Here is the bezel-less display with the rounded corners. It looks absolutely amazing. Once again, as you guys can see, the power button is extremely large, and what I think is gonna happen is the fingerprint scanner will be inside the power button. Now this is the case on some Sony phones already, Sony Xperia phones. They have the fingerprint scanner integrated inside the power button. So I mean, press the bottom power button to wake the screen and your phone's unlocked. You read your fingerprint right at the same time, and I think it is actually awesome. It's actually a pretty nice thing. I mean, I've personally never really used a Sony phone for too long, so I can't really say if it's a better spot, a better position fingerprint scanner, but I think there is a possibility. And about the fingerprint scanner being under the screen, I do not see that happening as of yet. I mean, Samsung has come out with reports that it is not happening. It is delaying the whole process. I mean, that was supposed to be introduced to the S8, but it did not happen, so they did have to position it on the back of the phone. Note 8, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing, you know, back of the phone, it will not be under the glass. I mean, they are basically saying there is a problem where the fingerprint scanner can be put under the glass, but once the screen is illuminated, when the screen is turned on, you see a dark spot under the screen on where the fingerprint scanner is. I mean, that is not gonna fly. I mean, it's not gonna be accepted by the consumers, and I don't think as big as these companies are, will put out a product like that where there's a distortion or disorientation on the screen because of the fingerprint scanner. That just defies the whole purpose of the bezel-less infinity displays and whatnot. So for that reason, I do not think it will be there. Now they are making fingerprint scanners that are almost transparent. They have putting them under the glass, and I mean, you can't make them completely transparent. I mean, you can, it will eventually, I believe it will, but as of right now, I don't think it's there. And I think if they keep working on this, it'll delay the release of these phones even more. iPhone is reportedly delayed already. I mean, they're saying that it's going to go on sale between September to November. Not actually on sale. I mean, the pre-orders will go out at that time and they will be shipped in the first quarter of 2018. Now that is a very long time. I really hope that is not true. I wish they ship at the end of this year like they were originally planned to. I hope that's what it is. So that's it about this video. Hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys learned something new. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you think, as well as subscribe, because yes, I have been away from the channel for quite some time, I believe a month or two, and I am back. I had some personal matters to take care of. Everything's taken care of. I am back. I have a video coming out on the Note 8 as well. It's actually going to be 2 editions of the Note 8. There will be the Note 8, there will be the Note 8 Plus, then there will be the Note 8 Emperor Edition is what they're calling it. I mean, I don't know if that's just like their code name for it, or that's going to be the actual name. It's sort of going to be how they've released a 6GB RAM model of the S8 Plus as well. Absolutely crazy. Excited for that. I'm going to be doing a video on that, talking about that as well. So it's something that you do not want to miss. As well as the S8 Plus. I have a video of hands-on me using the best clone that I have used of an S8. I've used a couple of them. I've seen countless videos on YouTube of people using clones and giving their thoughts about them, and I believe this is the best one that I have ever seen. So be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see that video. That only cost me about $250. Very cheap for what it is, and be sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.